Hello there, fellow folks. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back for the What If series. Also, we are here in the year of 2026. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe it. We are here. Hope we will all have a great year as of season 3 of the What If series this year. So, this year, we're all going to do some different artists because I had so much comments this past year. So, it came after another, and had so many suggestions this past year. So I'll try my best to bring up some ideas and talk about this stuff if it's your favorite or if there's an artist you want me to talk about when I can. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one and let's get to it. So anyway, for this vid, I'll be focusing on a legendary band known as Queen. Why am I talking about Queen? Well, this idea came up since October last year of 2025. I've started to listening to their discography after watching the greatest series on their YouTube page, including with their biopic Bohemian Rhapsody, discovering their music, and to be honest, I'd absolutely loved it. I never knew they had so many hits. So I decided to talk about Queen after I had a vision of this Pacific tour inspired by their albums, the Miracle and Innuendo albums. It will be titled The Innuendo Across the Miracle Tour. First of all, where did the idea came from? Well, I was listening to the song Innuendo. Then we got to the opera section. I started to sense of a vision as a circus vibe concert show. I sense of acrobatics in the full-fledged stadium tour. It would circus around the stadium. And when I was cooking one night, it came up an idea for the title, and I want it so catchy. And combining two Queen titles, and that's what it came to be. The Innuendo Across the Miracle Tour, or aka IATM Tour. And also another thing is Freddie will be alive of this time in the What If timeline. And of course, let's say, what if Freddie didn't get sick at all? And I believe Queen would continue touring to today's standards. So now let's get to the What If story. I believe this would be the greatest and the most expensive tour of the decade. Let's take you back to the year of 1991. As of today, it will be February 4th, 2026, is the 35th anniversary of the Innuendo album. So, their album, Innuendo, has been released. After it was released, they had conversations if they want to tour again, and the four guys agreed because they haven't toured since the Magic Tour in 1986. Of course, Freddie's been saying this after the Magic Tour that he doesn't want to perform in larger venues anymore. However, Freddie changed his mind to take it on a risk. So they decided to take an idea for a full, pure, conceptual theatrical experience as it would be inspired by the Miracle and the Innuendo albums to create a circus vibe spectacle concert tour, taking the stage to fill the entire stadium only. Why am I not adding arenas? Well, the whole concept couldn't fit the room, so they have to make a backup stage just for arenas only. So the tour got announced in the summer of 1991. Their goal for the tour to kick off in the spring of the following year. However, the rehearsals had started really early, I would say a year before the tour even began, because they had to prep early, and how they start the show, because it's a secret pre-show that they are planning for. I'll mention about it later in the video. So, tickets went on sale in early September 1991, and of course, sold out quickly across the first dates in the UK, half of Europe, and selected half of US, etc. Then Australia, Asia, South America dates announced in November of 91. As a staging wise, here's what I got. You can see a drawing, I put it in my vision. You could see as in the drawing, a B stage that will be at the back of the stadium. Then you see where the audience is standing at, as it says audience on it. You see a catwalk leading to the main stage. I know you see one says only be used for Act 1. That will be used for the first half of the show. Then when we get to the second act of the show begins, the leather takes down and the main stage will be moved to the catwalk led to the B stage, easier for them to walk beside on further away. Then the main stage will be their normal staging they had on their previous tours. Also, they would have video screens behind them. So that'll be new for them. So let me explain what the show will be like. So we start off with a pre-show having like a Cirque du Soleil circus vibe with Freddie's vocal from Innuendo song from the upper section be played. For the first act is a circus section inspired by the Innuendo vibe from the album. Then for the Act 2, of course, into Classic Queen. Act 3, as a miracle, would be as an acoustic section. And for Act 4 is Machines Taking Over. And finally, with the encore from the B stage of the stadium, have the head of the robot emerges inspired by the News of the World robot mascot. Then we hit opening night in 1992. From the audience's expectations with the whole staging, looks amazed. They walked into a carnival, then the main show begins throughout the whole show. I bet the audience wasn't expecting what songs were performed and how they would pull it off. After that, it seems they had a terrific time of how they staging through inspirations from their albums, concepts, and style throughout the show. Reviews were surprised themselves and praised that Queen is back. And it seems they had made an expensive tour of all time. I bet they would set up for the budget, I believe it would have been $75 to $125 million of the whole production. The Innuendo tour will be continuing throughout of 1992 from late April to early August, then to a later date in September to mid-December of 1992. So now let's move on to the tour dates and set list of the Innuendo Across the Miracle Tour. So we kick off in London April 24th, 26th, 27th, and 29th. Then Manchester May 5th and 6th. Barcelona May 10th, 13th, and 14th. Then Paris May 18th. Stockholm May 21st, 22nd. Glasgow May 26th. Madrid May 29th and June 1st. Then Munich June 4th and 6th. Then Dallas June 11th. Phoenix June 12th. Los Angeles June 17th, 19th, and 20th. Then to San Diego June 23rd. Then New York June 26th, 27th, and 29th. Then Toronto July 7th and 9th. Then Vancouver July 11th. Montreal July 14th and 15th. Then to Brisbane on July 20th and 21st. Then Perth July 24th. Melbourne July 27th, 29th, and 30th. Then Sydney August 2nd, 3rd, 5th, and 7th. Then Adelaide August 10th. Then Tokyo, September 26th and 27th. Then Osaka, October 2nd. Yokohama, October 4th. Singapore, October 7th. Hong Kong, October 10th. Bangkok, October 12th. Buenos Aires, October 19th, 20th, 22nd, 24th, and 25th. Then Sao Paulo, October 29th. Then Rio, November 2nd and 4th. Then Santiago, November 7th. Then Miami, November 18th, 19th. Then Atlanta, November 25th and 27th. Philadelphia, December 1st. Chicago, December 4th. San Francisco, December 6th. Orlando, December 9th and 10th. And finally in Las Vegas, December 12th, 15th, 16th, 18th, and 20th. Then we move on to the set list. So for the pre-show, like I just mentioned, we have the Cirque du Soleil style introduction. Then Act 1, I call it Circus of Chaos. So in the intro, you have the acrobatics from the pre-show transitioning to the main show. And you have the Innuendo song plays as they line up on stage in a straight line to repeat the opera part from the Innuendo song. Then we had a kickoff with The Show Must Go On, Invisible Man, Another One Bites the Dust, Bicycle Race. After that, Freddie interacts and introduces the audience on the show. Then we go to an intro of Don't Stop Me Now, contains used as an intro to Killer Queen. Then we do Killer Queen, then Innuendo. They will do a short version to close the set, and they will remove the opera part for that part. Then we go to Act 2 as a Classic Queen intro, snippet of When Loves Break Up as the unreleased record. Then you go with You Take My Breath Away and A Kind of Magic. And then you go with One Vision, I Want to Break Free, Fat Bottom Girls, Kind of Magic, Crazy Little Thing Called Love, and Under Pressure. Then Act 3 will be the Miracle section, all known as the acoustic set. We start off with These Are the Days of Our Lives, Somebody to Love, The Miracle, Love of My Life, Who Wants to Live Forever. And before we get to the next one, so we have a snippet to a segue of Act 4. Before the world we created starts, Freddie warms up the audience of what's going to happen next for the show. He does, Ayo! And then he does, Is This the World We Created? For like, let's say about 40 seconds be played. And then we transition to the Flash Gordon theme leading to Act 4. And Act 4 will be machines taking over. So getting the machines to operate, it will be used of blurred vision. And then we go with Machines, Radio Gaga, Save Me, Scandal, Hammer to Fall, and Bohemian Rhapsody. Then we have an encore with A Giant Awakens. So we go with I Want It All, We Will Rock You, and finally we ending off with We Are the Champions. However, throughout the tour, there'll be some additional songs be added throughout the shows. So let me give you some 4 examples. So we go with Face It Alone, another unreleased record. And then we go with Body Language, Now I'm Here, and finally, You Are My Best Friend. After the tour, it was pretty much successful, as it became one of the most greatest tours of the decade. Queen had reestablished themselves not just as rock stars, but as the greatest live acts in the planet. The tour had broken attendees and revenue records, grossing an estimate for over $300 million worldwide. That's unheard of those figures of the early 90s. Critics and fans alike described it as a rock opera circus, part of Broadway, part of science fiction, all Queen. And that is one of the most incredible assets of what Queen is. And they have one of the most legendary performances they ever had to produce, and they made one of the biggest tours, like I said, one of the most best tours of all time. So that is all for the What If on Queen, and thank you all for enjoying that. So what a way to kick off for 2026 as a higher great video to make. So I'm still impressed of their artistry, but still, getting new to their discography, it's so unbelievable. I hope I'll continue to talk about Queen in the near future. Hope you guys enjoy. Comment, like, and subscribe. If y'all haven't subscribed to me yet, please do so. And do not miss any content I'll be putting out. And hit the notification bell. Please do so. So that is all from me. Take care of yourselves and see y'all next time.